The holy enemy, the righteous enemy. You accept him as the holy and righteous enemy. The fear of the Lord. I quake under the fear of the Lord. God's out to get me. And you go, where'd we get that? We got it from Adam. Because Adam goes off and hides in the bush, and he hides in the fig leaves. And when God shows up, notice what I just said. When God shows up, because God always shows up, not to hunt for Adam, but he shows up and goes, where are you, Adam? In the same tone of voice that you would say, where are you, if you lost your kid in a crowded carnival or a mall. And you're not screaming, where are you, so you can go beat them with a belt. You're screaming, where are you, because you're afraid you've lost them. And that's God walking into the garden looking for all of us. Adam, where are you? And Adam is, I'm hiding in the bush because I was naked. And God doesn't say, what'd you do to become naked? No, he says, who told you you were naked? You see, I'm okay with you, Adam, but now you're not okay with you. And religion made you that way. And your actions made you that way. And I'm on a journey now, Adam. Jesus comes along thousands of years later, and Jesus says this, I have come so that the blind can see, and so that he that can see can be made blind. That's a weird statement. How many of you realize Jesus opened multiple blinded eyes in his ministry? Multiple. Sometimes he spit, sometimes he touched eyes, sometimes he spoke the word, sometimes he did it twice. Never one time does he make somebody go blind. You don't see him in the book of John walking up to someone and saying, cursed are your eyelids. Thus saith the Lord, from this day forward, no sight you shall have. Notice I King James it up there, because if Jesus is going to speak, of course he's going to speak as if he lived in the early 17th century in Great Britain. He didn't do that. Yeah, so I used to read that verse and go, what Jesus mean? I'm going to come so that those that can see can be made blind. And I believe that it's literally what we're reading in this New Testament. You are not in the dark. You are in the light. I need those of you whose eyes have been opened to darkness to have them closed to the darkness so that you can have your eyes opened to the light. And I think what's happening to you in your journey of faith is he's closing your eyes off. He's blinding you to the old you. He's blinding you to the systems of this world. This is why the more intimate your walk gets with him, the more you walk in the revelation of his love, the less allure the systems of this world have for you. Because what happens is your eyes start to close to them. You don't understand how to function in that economy any longer. Now the economy that you walk in is not one of performance and works and doing. It's one of, he's done it for me. I am a recipient. I'm a royal priesthood. I'm a holy. All the stuff the New Testament says about you in the light starts to become the reality that you walk in as your eyes start to close to those other things. So let me ask you then this. What was this darkness for them? All right? I want to take a look at that. I want to know how they defined it. And they defined it based on a very certain set of parameters. And this is where I want this lesson. We're going to take a little bit of a turn here because I want you to see that they weren't arbitrary when they mentioned darkness. We're arbitrary. If you come into the church and go, hey man, avoid the darkness, that's arbitrary. That just means whatever we want it to mean. That's whatever we think's the worst sin we can come up with. For them, darkness was not arbitrary. Darkness was very well defined. So if it was very well defined for them, maybe it should be very well defined for us so that we will know and be able to spot darkness the same way that we can spot light.